Hello, my name is Sally with the YMCA, and today we are going to be doing a guided meditation focused on joy. So what does it mean to be joyful? Joyful is the act of finding and cultivating happiness. In positive psychology, we have discovered there are 5 character strengths that help us to cultivate joy. Zest, hope, gratitude, curiosity, and of course, love. So in today's meditation, we are going to create a deeper awareness of joy by focusing our attention on these 5 character strengths. So join me in finding a comfortable spot in your home, and together we will cultivate more joy and happiness. Let's get started. First, let's talk about preparing your space. I'm sitting on a mat. I also have 2 blankets that are folded. If you like sitting on the floor, I would recommend finding a seated position that really allows your hips and knees to sit comfortably. If this feels uncomfortable, I would recommend sitting on a chair. If you're sitting on a chair, you just want to make sure you find a chair that allows your back to rest against the back of the chair and allow your feet to be flat on the ground. You see that I have some books here. These are just some cookbooks that are propping up my feet because I have a small inseam. And this allows my feet to be flat on the floor, so I'm comfortably and healthfully sitting for this meditation. I will be sitting on the floor for this guided meditation. And if you are coming to the floor, you just want to make sure your pillows or your blankets are allowing your hips to sit high enough above your knees, as we will be sitting for several minutes. And in time, you might feel a little pain in your lower back or in your knees or your hips if you don't have the proper positioning. So test it out. Maybe have a chair handy, maybe have a few other props handy so you can find the right seated position for yourself. I also like to meditate with essential oils. And this isn't for everybody, depending on your sensitivities, but it can also help activate the mind connection to the work that we're doing. I have chosen lemongrass today. Lemongrass is a great essential oil for uplifting the spirit, really bringing you to a more lighter and playful constitution. So if you are going to use an essential oil, I recommend either putting it in a diffuser or simply putting some on your finger and placing them on your collarbone. This will allow the aroma to come in through the nose as we do some deep breathing. Okay, so before we begin, let's first wiggle out anything that we feel like we need to get out before we sit still. So spend some time maybe doing some, small back bends. Maybe a side stretch. Rolling of the shoulders. Nodding your head, yes. And no. Good. Now focus on either closing your eyes or just bringing a slight gaze in front of you, just as if you're looking into a pond. Whatever you're most comfortable with. Now straighten the spine, settle the feet and the hips, relax the shoulders, bring a slight tilt to your chin, into your chest. Breathe normally. And before we move into cultivating our 5 character strengths for joy, let's say hello to the mind-body connection. Bring your hands to your belly and gently just rest them there. Be conscious of your body. Together, we are going to take 3 deep belly breaths. We'll take these by inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. As you inhale and exhale, focus on bringing your breath into the belly. Watch the rise and fall of your hands. And see if you can extend your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. Let's begin. Good. Maybe take a swallow. And I welcome you to keep either your hands on your belly or to rest them gently on your lap. If you're resting on your lap, you can choose to have palms facing up to welcome in energy, or palms facing down if you'd like to go a little more inward, or maybe even the palms in your lap. Whatever is calling to you. In honor of the topic of our meditation, I will be sitting with palms facing up in hopes to bring more joy and happiness into the world around me. Okay, let's begin. Our first character strength is Zest. Zest is the quality in bringing energy and enthusiasm. So think about a time where you brought the energy and you brought the enthusiasm. What did that look like? How did it feel? How did it make others feel? What was the outcome in bringing that enthusiasm? Let's sit with Zest for a few moments. And as we sit with each of these character strengths, I welcome you to come back to the deep belly breathing anytime you feel called to. is the desire for wanting something to happen. So think about something that you would like to happen. What is it that you're hopeful for? What does hope look like? What does hope feel like? Let's sit with hope for a few moments. Now let's move on to gratitude. Gratitude is the quality of being deeply thankful for someone or something. So think of someone or something that you are deeply thankful for. Maybe it's a person, a hobby, a place, a feeling. How does gratitude look? How does it feel? Let's take a moment to sit with gratitude. let's move into our fourth character strength, curiosity. Think of something, or maybe someone, you're curious about. What is it that you want to learn, discover? How do you hold space for the non-linear process of curiosity? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Let's take a moment and sit with curiosity. Good. Now let's move into our final character strength, love. Love is the desire to have a deep affection for someone or something. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it can be. But think of someone or something that you have a deep affection for. Is it a person? Is it a place? Is it an idea? Or a hobby? Or maybe a pet? Think about loving this someone or something. What does it look like to love? What does it feel like to love? Let's sit with love for a few moments. Good. And now for our final joy practice. Let's sit with all 5 of those character strengths. Zest, hope, gratitude, curiosity, and love. As you sit with these 5 strengths, think about how we hold the polarity of all 5 of these strengths, how we have the ability to hold all 5 at the same time. Our character is complex and it is whole. When we find joy, we activate all 5 of these strengths. Bring a slight tilt into your smile if you have not done so already. And let's sit with these 5 strengths. Now let's bring our hands back, gently resting on our body. Maybe this time rest one on your belly and one on your heart. And together we will take 3 more cleansing breaths. Remember, as you do your breathing, breathe in from the nose and out through the mouth. And focus on your exhale being slightly longer than your inhale. Let's begin. Good. Now bring your breathing back to normal. Take a minute to notice how you feel. Do you feel any lighter? Do you feel joy? Do you feel happiness? I welcome you to now open your eyes and come back into the room. Thank you for meditating with me today. I am so grateful for all of you. And thank you for taking the time to help me cultivate joy in our own life and in the communities around us. Be well and be whole.